Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new FIFA 18 Ultimate Team Squad Builder. Now, I've got three players in particular that are on the thumbnail of this video that I definitely wanted to put into a squad today because they look fantastic. And that is, of course, players from Team of the Matchday #1. And yes, I also realised that last night EA brought out some European Classic International Heroes. Definitely want to get stuck in with them and get going with some content on them as well over the next few days. Let me know which players you would like to see a video on. So we start in goal today with Zoet. I'm not sure how you pronounce his name properly. Dutch goalkeeper, plays for PSV. I'm gonna need him to get chemistry to one of my defenders, and well, two of my defenders actually. But Ashley Young is gonna make it into our left back spot in the 4-2-2 today. 90 rated, member of Club 80. I would say that he's not actually the best left back in the world, but he does a job, you know. He has got 88 defending and 83 physical, but they're not the greatest of stats really, are they? Like, I would hope for better. Javier Zanetti Prime is actually very good, and that's odd because some of the stats there are a lot worse than Ashley Young. I think it's just a case of Zanetti for me always felt like a right back, and Ashley Young to me doesn't necessarily feel like a left back, more of a left wing or a left wing back, I guess you could say. And he's not big enough on FIFA to make a great defensive like tackle and stuff. Matthias de Ligt is the player coming into our squad though. 93 rated. First time I've actually got a chance to use my de Ligt that I won a few weeks ago. 85 pace, 93 defending, 94 physical. Just up there as one of the best centre backs in the game, stats wise and stuff. And then we have Virgil van Dijk, 85 rated. This is the FUTWIZ version, and I've lost his dynamic image as well as a lot of other players here. Hey, it happens, right? You guys know that. But 75 pace, 85 defending, 87 physical, 6'4" as well. Those two as a duo at the back, oh my days. Very, very solid. So that's the defense. You know, it only gets better from there. We move on to the DMs now, and we have Fernandinho coming in. 93 rated, Brazilian, member of Club 80. I mean, he's got 3 stats there in the 90s. His passing, his physical, and his defending all over 90 right there. I paid 200k for him, which I think with those stats, like, I'm absolutely fine with. And then to pay a little bit less for someone with very good stats again, nearly equally as good stats, maybe not quite as good. Aaron Mooy. I mean, take a look at the pink and the yellow, and it just genuinely does look like a pretty sick card. He had 1 or 2 informs throughout the year where he was in a lot of people's squads. You know, he's not super easy to fit in because he's Australian playing in the Prem, but if you can fit Prem players around him or icons, then you're good. You're golden, and obviously he's a great player now to fit into your team. So then the rest of the players in the squad look like that. We move on to Dele Alli. He's going to be one of our cams today. 72 defending is the only thing stopping him from being a member of Club 80. And once again, like, his dribbling, his shooting, his passing, all top notch. Really high stats right there. Now this one I'm excited about. Philippe Coutinho hasn't had a super usable card this year. So in my opinion, a 92 rated central version, oh my days. He's got like ridiculous acceleration. Obviously you can rely on that dribbling, the shooting, the passing, the 4-star skills and weak foot. Just genuinely, wow, what a player. I was excited to get him into the squad today. Alongside the Strike Force of Dreams here, we have R9, 96 rated R9 comes into the squad with his 97 pace, 95 dribbling, 95 shooting, 5-star skills and weak foot. Like, I don't get to use him anywhere near as much as I hoped I would have done, because, you know, icons, as good as they are, they sort of dropped off a bit when all tots and stuff came out. And then, like, 95 rated Lukaku, team of the match day. This guy actually has better stats than his team of the season. I do like that they've gone above that to keep it relevant at this stage of the game. 95 rated with 93 pace, 95 shooting, 91 passing, 92 dribbling, and 96 physical. He is 6'3" with those stats as well, so it's a little bit mad, isn't it, to be honest. 3-star skills, but a 4-star weak foot, and I will definitely be taking a further look at him over on the FUTWIZ channel for a FUTWIZ review. So make sure you check out that. I've got a link down in the description as always. So we move on into all of the goals that I was able to score. Take one last look at the 4-2-2. Sometimes, I'd say about half the time, maybe a little bit more than that, I could switch it to the 4-1-2-1-2. Pretty similar formation, but just with the midfielders coming in a little bit, and then Coutinho gets to go central cam with MOOY in the centre mid spot, Ali in the centre mid spot, and then Fernandinho sort of cemented as my proper CDM, It's tough to not do pretty well with a squad like this. Like, I come up against a lot of squads like this. At this stage of FIFA, I guess a lot of the casuals have like dropped off. So we've just got like the hardcore left playing, everyone else on Fortnite, as you know. But the people that are still playing this game, if they took part in all the promos during TOTS and stuff, and like did the guaranteed SBCs, and you just know that they've got loads of TOTS players, loads of good players at their disposal. Even icons nowadays are obviously a lot cheaper than they were, because they're almost outranked by a lot of team of the season cards. So yeah, you can tell that that's a thing, because loads of people have pretty much everyone. Like, it's not uncommon for me to come up against R9 at this stage of the game, or Hullet, or a full team of the season squad with like 97 Aguero and stuff, where it used to be a fact that like only I had those types of players, and then if you go into FUT Champs, obviously, yeah, people have got better squads, but yeah, it was odd. So it's quite difficult to play the games right now, because obviously everyone's at that like slightly higher level, but of course I'm there as well with the squad that I've got. So you see quite a lot of goals, because even though goalies are better because they're higher rated, they still don't stop a huge amount, and it's really almost down to like the crazy striker shots and stuff, which just mean everything flies into the back of the net. So I've seen more goals than ever when I'm playing these games. And of course, the quick passing throughout the midfield, I'd be well interested, actually, I might go and do this, to check back on like some of my gameplay at the start of FIFA, or like 6 weeks, 8 weeks into the start of FIFA 18, and see just how like more quickly the build-ups go, and how much like crisper the passes and stuff look, because obviously these players are all now well up there in terms of stats, versus at the start of the game when you were using regular golds and whatnot at literally every week, you know, week in, week out. Maybe it was different. Maybe we could play different. I think the reason why I sort of say I prefer the gameplay over here, it might be that the gameplay's not hugely different to this and the World Cup mode, but the World Cup mode has obviously got a lot of standard rated players, so the first touches aren't going to be as good. Whereas over here, like, everyone's brilliant. So maybe that's the difference between the two, because I mean, in my opinion, I think there's a massive difference in the way that players touch the ball and move with the ball and stuff. But who knows? Is that a stat-based thing, or is that a gameplay-based thing? Be interesting to find out. So we move on. Well, we're well into the goals that we were able to get with Coutinho. Now, holy moly, did this guy perform outstandingly well. Now, I don't know whether or not he might make it into the next team of the match day as well, because obviously with Brazil's result yesterday, both him and Neymar scored, if I'm correct. So that you know, does he make his way into the next team of the match day as well? If he does, we're talking a 93 or maybe even a 94 rated Coutinho with even better stats. Wow, that would be crazy, because he genuinely is one of the top performers in this team. So rapid off the get-go. That acceleration is like next level, but the sprint speed hinders him slightly, but I've got no issues with like the finishing and the shooting and stuff. Coutinho's long shots are literally 99 off the bat, and as you can imagine, you know, that sort of stat to be raised to 99 after the lovely goal that he scored in their first match is obviously one of the reasons why that boost was up there, you know, bringing his long shots up to where they deserve to be, because he strikes some beautiful goals, doesn't he, Coutinho? And we're on to the final couple of goals here that we got with like Romelu Lukaku. Obviously, as you can imagine, man mountain, bit of a beast, really strong, sprint speed is next level, but I'll talk well more in depth about him over on the FUTWIZ channel. It's pretty cool to have a strike force of R9 prime, like 96 rated Ronaldo, and then also a 95 rated Lukaku. Arguably, some of them stats on Lukaku's item itself could be, you know, could outdo Ronaldo, but it's a little bit unfair to sort of say, hey, Lukaku's now better, because, well, Ronaldo's got 3 different versions, whereas Lukaku could have been upgraded loads and loads and loads throughout FIFA, and like if he had an even better season, could have been like a 97, 98, and obviously that takes him ahead of Ronaldo. So yeah, it's all situational based on how many special items and stuff you get during the year, how crazy EA go during TOTS with the stat boost, which they did obviously go quite nice this year. And that is the final goal that we were able to score. It just shows you that you can score headers as well as shots with that crazy left foot of his. Bit of a beast, bit of a tank, and maybe not the hugest difference from his TOTS player card, but of course that was a huge difference from any other version of Lukaku that we've seen this year. So that's the squad. I do hope you have enjoyed. 4-2-2 was quite nice. Again, switching it up to that 4-1-2-1-2. And then I've got a perfect midfield, really. Coutinho just supplying everything. I hope you have enjoyed. Do me a favour, hit that thumbs up button on the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. Have a great day, most importantly, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.